What hidden societal commentaries exist in classic animated films? Imagine a world where cartoons are not just for laughs but also serve as mirrors to society. Many animated classics from the 1960s do exactly that. They contain messages that go beyond simple stories and reveal what was happening in the world at that time. These films often subtly comment on issues like prejudice, politics, and social change. For example, during the civil rights movement, some animations used humor and fantasy to show that superficial differences like skin color or social class should not divide people. These messages were wrapped in colorful characters and whimsical settings, making tough topics easier to understand for children and thought-provoking for adults. Another common theme was about political oppression and the danger of conformity. Some animated shorts from the late 1950s and early 1960s used allegories to criticize authoritarian governments and censorship. They used symbols and hidden messages to challenge oppressive systems without directly confronting authorities. This was especially risky at the time, but it allowed creators to speak out through their art. These films often used exaggerated characters and surreal scenes to make viewers think about freedom and individuality. The 1960s also saw a rise in countercultural animation. Artists broke away from traditional Hollywood styles to create bold, rebellious, and sometimes controversial works. These animations questioned authority, mocked commercialism, and challenged social norms. They reflected the youth movement that wanted to redefine art and entertainment as tools for social change. Some of these films were provocative, featuring satirical humor and even sexual themes, all meant to push boundaries and make viewers question the status quo. However, not all portrayals were perfect. Some animations of that era included racial stereotypes that are now considered offensive. These depictions reflected the less critical attitudes of the time but also sparked protests and debates. As society became more aware of civil rights issues, animated films started to face pressure to change how they portrayed different cultures and races. Animation also tackled themes like captivity, cruelty, and environmental concerns through storytelling that used animals and nature as symbols. Songs and narratives about animals trapped or mistreated made viewers think about human behavior and ethics. These stories sometimes caused controversy, especially when they depicted real-world issues like animal cruelty or pollution. Looking back at the 1960s, these hidden messages show that animation was more than just entertainment. It was a way for artists to comment on society, challenge norms, and reflected the tensions of the era. These films captured the struggle between tradition and change, innocence and social awareness. They used a playful medium to discuss serious issues, often pushing boundaries in clever ways. Understanding these messages helps us see how animated classics served as cultural artifacts, revealing the social climate of a pivotal decade in American history.